Welcome to the 2022 PDGA Junior Disc Golf World Championships. From the Peoria area of Illinois, we are at Bradley Park for the FJ15 semifinal round. I'm Grant Zellner, and we will join our lead foursome at hole number 15 today, as they did not start on hole number 1. Virginia Polkinghorne leading the way, but is 3 over par thus far in the first half of her round, tightening things up a bit at the top. We're at the 15th, a 253-foot par 3. Pretty straightforward little hole here with a right-hand finish, well guarded on the right side. A little bit of a backstop players could use if they choose to throw with a little bit of power, but I think everybody will be worried about making this first gap. Virginia Polkinghorne looking around the left side. Perfect shape there, a little short but safe. Lynn Orona out of New Mexico. Love the versatility, a little sidearm. Look at this. Divots the ground just 2 feet or so from the base of the pole. Cadence Burge out of Alabama. Hyzer flip there. Get some good power on that disc. Inside the circle. And Meyer, along with Virginia Polkinghorne, one of 2 players in our foursome, hailing from the Show Me State. Little bit of turn there for Ava. She'll have some work to do. Virginia Polkinghorne putting first. That should be a drop-in for par for Virginia. Ava, that's a creative little shot there to save par. Now, Cadence buries the birdie putt and tightens things up that much more at the top. Ava in for the par. Lynn for the birdie. And another par. This semifinal round tightly contested. The 16th, a 351-foot par 3. Over the creek, and then a sharp turn to the left. Players will have to bend something substantially around this brush and get some good distance if they want to be in the neighborhood of the circle. Lynn. Playing the straight shot. We'll have a look. Appears to be just outside of circle 2. Cadence Burge. Good power and movement on this disc. A little ground play also. Brings Cadence in. Perhaps a pace or 2 closer than Lynn. Now Virginia Polkinghorne. Slow, calculated run up there. Pushing the far side. Keeps it in bounds and gets the skip to the edge of the 10-meter circle. Virginia will have that for birdie. Chance to get back on track a little bit. Now Ava Meyer. Little standstill from Ava. Now looking at a bid of perhaps just inside of 100 feet. That'll do. Orona, I like the height on that upshot. Gives it a chance. Cadence Burge wraps that disc right around the pole. And Virginia, chance to pick up a stroke on the card. Buries it, and that may be the spark Virginia needs to get back on track. She was 3 over on what was their front 9 of the day, which started on hole number 6. Ava, solid par save. I like the speed I'm seeing on these tap-ins. Shows a lot of confidence. And on to the 17th. This is a long one at 389 feet. A par 3. The more open option is to the left. Although to get a full flight on the disc, players may have to find a gap to swing the disc a bit to the right and then back to the left at the finish. You've got a drop off there at the left as well. Players will have an open area around the basket for putting. Just need to get there. Good power from Virginia Polkinghorne. Just the slow walk up and then the explosion. Then Chloe Lynn playing quickly. Look at this forehand. Oh, to have the shoulder and elbow flexibility of a junior again. Cadence Burge. No problem there. Ava Meyer like a field goal kicker. Stepping off her run up. And then like a field goal kicker splitting the uprights. Nicely done. Everybody in good shape off the tee on this long par 3. Par is a very good score here. Par feels almost like a birdie here at the 17th. Cadence into tap-in range. Ava Meyer just a little bit weak on that one. We'll have a long bid to save the par. Now Virginia Polkinghorne. Chloe Lynn draws medal. Ava Meyer now with work to do. Airborne. And a little off the mark. Ava will card the bogey. Everyone else in tight for the par.
Come out.
Play disc golf.
And let it fly with Lone Star discs.
The 18th, a 311-foot par 3. The lay of the land similar to the 17th, but a little bit shorter, giving players perhaps the better opportunity to card the birdie. Basket very accessible from the near side, but look how quickly that drop-off behind comes into play here at the 18th. Virginia Polkinghorne, we're looking at the basket between the V and that tree, just to the center left of your screen. Virginia a bit wide. It's the good side of that tree, though. Lynn, Orona. Good full flight on that disc while keeping it below the canopy. Lynn will have a birdie look. Cadence Burge. Flips that to flat and now swings it in from right to left. There'll be a circle 2 look. And Ava Meyer. Ava Meyer to circle's edge. Showing off a little bit of power. Virginia Polkinghorne with an upshot here with, again, dangerous, long situation. Beautifully judged. Grinds that disc to a halt just in front of the basket. Now Cadence Burge. Will this be a run or a layup? I'm shocked as well, Cadence. Right side chain's getting a workout here at the 18th. Ava Meyer. Just a little low. Everybody playing for the par here. And we wrap around to the first 274 feet. Little par 3. Slowly sweeping to the left and then steeply uphill for just the last few feet of this relatively open fairway. That little steep embankment. Not a bad landing zone. Takes some brave power here to get up there. Virginia to a very common spot there, just at the leading edge of that embankment leading up to the basket. Lynn pushes the path safely on the grass. Cadence going low and counting on a little ground play to skip up the hill. Meyer. I love the one step, sort of stand still. Reminiscent of a baseball pitcher. Orona, up and under the basket. Ava matches the effort. Virginia got a good little distance up the embankment here. Good height. Knew out of the hand that she'd missed her line. Cadence Burge. Never quite online. A little bit more work to do for Cadence. Showcases a lot of confidence there. Everybody else in tap-in range. Hole number 2, just 192 feet. But a lot going on in this 192 feet. The hole playing sharply around to the right on the downslope. Players need to throw something hard enough to get it to turn, but then need to get it to stop around the basket instead of drifting further down the hill. Polkinghorne trusting the high floating Anheuser backhand, and she should trust that.
I will be like falling down the hill myself.
Orona, a very versatile player, has gone to the forehand several times. A little bit short there. Should be able to straddle out and see the basket. Burge going backhand. A little wide. The downhill, though, bringing Burge into view of the basket. That'll be a downhill putt, maybe a dangerous one. Meyer. Unfortunate little tree kick there. So Orona putts first. She was short and in the stuff. Does well to get to tap-in range. Meyer, a little half go there. Burge takes a knee to get at basket level. And that's the confidence that Cadence has in sinking the comeback. Cadence and Chloe Lynn in for the par. To the third, a 338 foot par 3. Pretty straightforward here. You can see the basket from the tee pad. You've got some options. Once again, though, a downslope beyond the basket. Virginia Polkinghorne will throw first.
Why am I so indecisive?
2 under thus far in her back 9. She's almost erased the 3 shots she lost in the front 9 during the semifinal round.
Skip, I dare.
Asking for a little ground play. A little short and left. The third here playing deceptively a little bit uphill. Orona, look at the power on this forehand. Effortless. And well inside of the circle. Nearly a bullseye there for Chloe Lynn. Chloe Lynn, I'm in the market for some forehand lessons if you're available. Cadence Burge. Oh, that tree hit there at the very end of the flight. Probably lost about 15 feet there. Now, Ava Meyer. Little 3-stepper.
Oh, what changed? Why did it skip like that? That's weird. Sorry.
Ava with her second. Oh dear. Big skip carries Ava long. That'll be an OB penalty for Ava Meyer. Polkinghorne with that fresh on her mind. Gets this disc to pull the ripcord and stop short. Now Cadence Burge. Ava, that would have been for bogey. So Ava will double. Chloe Lynn, though. The birdie, the gem off the tee. Big forehand. Got about 320 to 25 feet off of that flick. And we move on to the second to last hole of this semifinal round. Just 288 feet. It's par 3. Take our players up and over a rise and then back down and to the left. Sharp turn there late. And definitely some ground play could come into effect there at the end of the flight. Chloe Lynn gets all the way around the corner. Some beams in place to guard against erosion also come into play. Virginia counting on a big skip. Virginia gets the big skip and then the roll. We'll have to wait and see where that one ended up. Cadence Burge. Slower disc in hand here. Counting on that to stop the disc. Stops just short of the beams. Now Ava Meyer. Swings this one a little bit wider. I like it. Doesn't quite get the ground play. So Ava putts first. Lands that disc on the correct tier. Cadence again, comfortable going to the knee. Lynn, just a little layup there. It works out. Now Virginia. Virginia saves the par despite the OB penalty.
I just thought that was so good.
It's a par frame for the group, and we head to our final hole of the semifinal round. The fifth, a par 3, 211 uphill feet. The hole gives the illusion that it's going to bend back to the right, and it eventually does so, but not until cresting the top of the hill. Narrow is the gap, about halfway between the tee pad and the basket. Lynn gets over on that forehand just a little bit. Should have an open enough look to get up and down. Virginia trusting the backhand here. Needs to get some elevation. That's up enough. Little tree kick should put Virginia right on the edge of that little plateau. Cadence Burge, an unlucky tree kick, will leave Cadence a little short. And Ava Meyer a little bit short as well, so Cadence can just see the top of the basket. Smart play. Virginia Polkinghorne. What a way to end the round, Virginia Polkinghorne. Got back to even par for the day, and she knew it. Ava Meyer, a good par save. And Lynn finishes up. So the foursome. Thinking about the final round now. No change amongst the top three. Everybody even in this semifinal round. Ava Meyer, a little bit of work to do to try to get into that top foursome. Thanks for watching the 2022 PDGA Junior Disc Golf World Championships from the PDGA.